speaking of 80s cheesy classics, but that's basically the theme of my movie collection, is cheesy 80 movies, and My Science Project is one of them. Oh boy, should I even try to pronounce their names? I don't think it would matter, because I don't think you would know these people. I don't think they went on to be big movie stars or anything like that. I'll just try to pronounce their names. John Stockwell, Daniel von Cernek, Dennis Hopper, and Fisher Stevens. I'm pretty sure I pronounced those right. John Stockwell. Wait, never mind. Anyway, basically, My Science Project. It's basically about a kid who's in high school or college. I really couldn't tell because it looks like a college, but I guess it was a high school. He's kind of a gearhead, and he's in chemistry, and his chemistry teacher asks him for a science project, hence the title. And so he goes to this old junkyard where he drops into this one section that's, they're obviously trespassing, him and his girlfriend. And he stumbles onto this alien technology, this I don't really know what it is. The movie doesn't really explain what it is, but I guess it's like a time machine. But by the end of the movie, he accidentally time warps, and all of a sudden everything from the past, the present, and the future comes to the school. And yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I'm a great reviewer. It's a funny movie, I guess. I mean, it has some funny dialogue, some interesting characters, and a very cheesy plot. So if you appreciate those type of movies, check out My Science Project. I have to make sure that no one's home. Okay, I think we're good. So, next we got The Matrix. And The Matrix is a very deep movie, I guess. I mean, I remember that we watched it in high school, because my teacher's kind of a nerd, and even though he was sort of annoying, he was kind of cool because he put all these cool movies on, like The Matrix. And I know you're probably thinking, why would your teacher show you The Matrix? I mean, there's a lot of guns involved in that. And, I mean, I don't think at the time it was much of a problem with the gun thing. But I can definitely see how he probably would have stopped showing kids The Matrix. Even though he taught world literature, but it was basically a psychology class. And he was explaining the very deep meaning of The Matrix that I didn't understand before, but now I do. And now I look at the movie kind of like an art piece. But of course, for its time, it has great action and graphics. It has a pretty good, cool plot, I guess. Very different, and that's what makes it so unique and likable. And of course, the action scenes, where he's dodging bullets, and he has all those powers, and I thought that was really cool too. Towards the ending, it really starts speeding up and starts getting really good. The first half was kind of a slow pace, you get to really get through it, and then the second half is like, oh yeah, kick some butt, and it was really, really cool. And of course, this movie stars, of course, they don't say the name of, what's his name? He wants to portray Cowboy Bebop in a live action. I swear to you, I know these names. It's just because I'm filming right now, and when I film, I lose, I guess, all my knowledge of everyone. I swear. He's Neo, and oh my gosh, I hate my brain sometimes. He was also in John Wick, and I'm going to remember his name right after filming this, because that's how it always is. But anyway, yeah, Matrix is pretty good. I highly recommend it. And a really cool quote in The Matrix is, "Ignorance is bliss." that was in my top 5. Goonies, good movie, watch it. And then we get to the X-Men trilogy on Blu-ray. I can't remember why I got this on Blu-ray, to be honest. I think I just really wanted my movies to be on Blu-ray all of a sudden. But anyway, the X-Men trilogy. What can I say about it? I guess it kind of revolves around Logan, who's the Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman. I remember that name, of course. And it's pretty much after the X-Men Origin series where he loses his memory and he has adamantium placed in him, and he kind of meets up with the X-Men, which then revolves around the plot of Jean Grey or the Phoenix. And I keep forgetting this is a Marvel movie, but yes, it's a Marvel movies. And regardless of what people say, I do like the X-Men. They're not my favorite. Well, the movies aren't my favorite, but I do enjoy them. I will watch them. And I actually really, really enjoyed the last X-Men, X-Men Apocalypse. I really enjoyed that. People did not like it for whatever reason. I'm not a comic book reader though, so maybe there's something wrong with the villain and how he looked, or maybe there was something wrong with Jean Grey's story. But I actually really liked it, and the ending I thought was really cool. But that just might be me. If you're a comic book reader or a really big fan of Marvel and X-Men, you might have your own opinions about it based on, those facts alone, that you read the comic books. I read Percy Jackson, and I went to go see Percy Jackson, and I loved Percy Jackson. Wait, no. I went to go see Percy Jackson. I loved it, and then I ended up reading the books, and I loved them as well. And the people that read the books first and went to go see the movie were actually the ones who didn't like the movie. So, maybe it's one of those things. I don't know. I'm sorry, there's not much to say about the X-Men that I can really, especially for all 3 movies, really fast. It had okay graphics, I guess. I think the first movie, Storm had a really stupid quote, like, about frogs and lightning. And I'm sure if you watch that movie, you understand what I'm talking about. But, yeah, there's not much to talk about. There's just a bunch of mutants in a school who are trying to fit in the world, who's the normal people are trying to, they're kind of racist against the mutants, and they want them to be more, I guess they want them to be normal, so they try to find a cure, which they do by the 3rd movie. But then Magneto takes Jean Grey, who is possessed by the Phoenix. I don't know, maybe possessed isn't the right word if you read the comic books or whatever, but oh hey, look at this. So the next movie is actually Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and I absolutely adored this movie. And when it first came out, I knew nothing of the books that Rick Riordan wrote, but this stars Logan Lerman. See, now I know the names. Logan Lerman, Alexander Daddario, and Brandon Jackson. Please tell me I got that right. I'd be so happy if I got that right. I still can't remember the guy that played The Matrix. I can't believe it. Anyway, Percy Jackson, I went to go see it. I thought it was awesome. Like, really, really cool plot-wise. I love Greek mythology, and I love how teenagers have powers, and I love how they're, like, it's kind of a coming-to-age type of film, even though that wasn't really the point of the film. But anyway, it was sort of in the books, so. But I really love all that kind of combined, teenager has powers, Greek mythology, fighting and action and adventure and a little bit of a mystery, and all that grouped together was such an awesome thing. And even on screen, and oh my gosh, Alexander Daddario. I'm sorry, I had to. And I thought the cast was really good, even though I haven't read the books and found out that Annabeth was actually, in fact, a blonde, and everyone was around 13 years old, I think, or 12. And then I started to realize, oh, hey, Alexandra Daddario, or Annabeth Chase, she has brown hair in this movie, and the book says blonde, and I guess people were freaking out about that so much that in the second movie, the second movie, which I do not own and will never own, and I despise, and it's a complete cliche, and it is very pukish, and I do not like the second Percy Jackson movie at all. I probably dislike it as much as I hate Ghost Rider 2, The Spirit of Vengeance, because yes, I actually do like the first Ghost Rider movie. Okay, don't throw garbage at me. I know that's the most unpopular opinion ever, that I like the Ghost Rider movie, the first one. But when I went to go with high hopes, by the way, to see the second Ghost Rider and the second Percy Jackson, I was like this. I was like that at the theater. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. They got Tyson, and they got, and then they switched over Chiron, who was a perfectly good actor for the first one, and I forget who it was, but he used to play James Bond. They switched over his character, which I was like, okay, well, I guess, alright, I'll take it. And then Tyson was such a cliche and such a pukish character, where it was like, and then the movie just went along, and like Percy just looked and sounded depressed whenever he talked. Like he was like Superman from Batman vs Superman. He was just depressing as a character, and then Annabeth all of a sudden just like hated Tyson, because in the book she doesn't like Cyclops because a Cyclops killed Thalia. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go through this rant. This is my soapbox, not yours. Okay, that was weird. I thought my family was home, and I guess they're not. So the conversation is going to continue. So anyway, Annabeth was hating on the Cyclops Tyson for whatever reason, and in the book it was kind of very subtle, but in the movie it was just like, bam, I hate you, I'm completely against you. And I just found that like really pukish, like okay, of course at the end she's gonna like him. And then at the end they threw in I'm getting a headache. They threw in the main Titan, Cronus, at the end. That was until the 5th book. I think they unleashed him maybe in the 3rd or 4th book, but that doesn't matter. They unleashed him in the 2nd movie because they had to. They're like, oh, look at this. This was a great guy. This is a great person to do. Let's just throw him in on here in the 2nd movie. I hate you, Percy Jackson, too. And the guy that directed him was something Thor, and I know that. So I hate you. I hate you. Why would you do that? I'd be perfectly okay with them making an anime or a cartoon or anything to try to make up for the mess of Percy Jackson 2. And if they just have to redo the entire series, redo it, because it's a great story. And I firmly believe that you can make a really good movie, just like Harry Potter. And now there's Harry Potter books, and now there's Harry Potter movies. I think you can make a great Percy Jackson sequel, or whatever you call that. Okay, I'm done ranting. Okay, we're good. Oh, that's the first Insidious. I like how I put it up way with my face, like. October Sky, another really, 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 really good movie. Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my favorite actors. He's one of my favorite movies, Donnie Darko. he plays in a really stupid movie that I just find kind of comical, which is called The Bubble Boy. Don't even ask about that. Yeah, October Sky is a great movie, and it's based on Homer Wilson, which I hope that's his name. Yeah, I believe it's Homer Wilson. Let's just call him Homer Wilson. His name is Homer Wilson in the film, and he gets an interest in rockets because it's during the time, I think, like in the 80s or, oh god, wait, that's not the 80s. No, it's definitely not the 80s. It's like the 60s or something. I don't know. Anyway, he likes rockets, and he sees someone landing on the moon, and I feel really stupid for saying the 80s because I know that's not the 80s. Wait, is it the 80s? I can't. 1957. Okay. Wow. You know, maybe they don't land on the moon. No. Oh my. I can't think. I am so sorry. Okay, continue on with the review. It's 1957, this movie. And I think they try to launch rockets, and that inspires Homer to build his own rockets and try to get them the highest he can. So he gets a group of friends, and it's kind of really fun movie just to show them entering into the science competition, and his father really is against it, and he just wants Homer to be a coal miner, while Homer's brother is a football player, and he's hoping to get into professional football. And it's just a really, really good movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is a fantastic actor, and it has some, like, it's just a fantastic movie. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, this is, what's that one movie? Well, anyway, it's like Dead Poet Society. Not like that, but you have the group of friends who kind of together, and it's a very, by the way, I don't have Dead Poet Society, but I swear to you, I would definitely have that one on Blu-ray. It's such a good film, and it's so sad, but it's, oh man, that is a beautiful movie. Dead Poet Society with Robin Williams, and I don't know the other actors' names, but if you haven't seen Dead Poet Society, you really don't know. What you're missing, because it's really good. The message is really good, and I don't know, after I was done watching the Dead Poet Society, I just really wanted to go outside and do something. I wanted to do something with my life, just because it's such an awesome message, and it's basically the message of the whole movie was, it's basically, seize the day, and it's basically to live life to the fullest, live every day like it's your last. It's not really like a YOLO message, but I guess it is. And it's, it was such a good movie. And the ending is so sad. That movie will honestly just touch you in every way. It's just like, it's so touching. It's very emotional. And, oh God, the ending. It's really good. So anyway, October Sky, really good. I just talked about the Dead Poet Society. Yeah, give this a watch, because it's one of those classic movies that you have to watch. I haven't watched Stand By Me yet, but everyone's telling me to, so I might have to. So this is Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell, and I really, really like this movie, even though it's a lot of CGI and it's kind of a stupid humor. I love the humor in this. It's very, very Will Ferrell, and Chaka just cracks me up, and I think it's just overall, it's a comedy, with some backbone of a plot, and it's just a fun watch. I don't think there's much inappropriate with it, so I guess you can say it's family friendly. Well, yeah, no, no, I guess there is some non-child scenes. Yes, there is, actually, when I think about it. But if you're 16 or older, you'd be fine to watch it. It's really funny. I don't think it has the mature humor like Deadpool. Deadpool is definitely more R-rated, which I think it is rated R. And this was PG. I'm gonna say PG-13. But all that aside, I think it's just really, really funny. You should check it out. Will Ferrell's a great actor, or a great comedian also, but he does really well in movies, and he's really funny. Oh, here it is, X-Men Apocalypse. Yeah, I already kind of talked about this movie, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it had a cool plot, had really cool scenes, such as with Quicksilver, and I don't know, him launching the nukes, and Magneto's backstory, or it's not his backstory, but his what he was doing at the time. And I think it was just really, really cool, and people didn't like it. But, you know, it's one of those things where I have another unpopular opinion of me liking a movie and other people not liking it. X-Men First Class. I haven't watched this movie in a while. I believe this is the one with the ending where they're at the beach, and this was a really, really good one, actually, if I remember correctly. You know, it's X-Men again, and I'll just say, to be honest, have some excellent actors, as you can see on the front. I don't know their names, but I know they're really good at acting. Let's see. I think, what else did I like? I don't know. I haven't really watched this movie in a while, so I guess I can't really review it. I just kind of remember the beach scene at the end. I just remember I really, really enjoyed it, and that I did like the ending. I think it had much more backstory on Magneto and his family in the Holocaust, and that was really sad at the beginning. But yeah, it was a really good movie, and I think it was more so revolved around Magneto in this one. 2 more movies, and this is the second last one. It's called The A-Team, and I actually did like The A-Team. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty funny. Had some very interesting ideas in the movie. I haven't seen this one actually in a while, but I did like it. It's something Cooper. You know, you think that I would know his name, but anyway. Liam Neeson. Yes, Liam Neeson. And Bradley Cooper. The other two, I don't know, but it was kind of a funny film. It was entertaining to watch. It's one of those films where you can just watch it and enjoy it, but I wouldn't say it's a favorite, and I wouldn't say that you can watch it. I wouldn't say it's a very rewatchable movie, but it is, you know, just kind of a fun movie to watch once. Yeah, I still like it. I guess it's about this team, the A-Team, who are kind of just like, not the military, but they're just kind of the side group that helps the military or something like that, and they're kind of wanted in this film, and they try to redeem themselves by proving themselves innocent or something like that. I can't really remember, but it's really just kind of like a comedy action thriller, I guess I would say. Yeah, I would definitely say that. Okay, and last but not least, I still have more movies after this, but this is my last one I have on my couch. So this one is the Fugitive with Harrison Ford, and well, I know his name, but I don't. Tommy Lee Jones. Yep, that's the one. And this movie is very, very long. How long was this? It's PG-13, and I believe that, okay, I think it was made, 2006, it says here, unless that's when the Blu-ray came out. No, 1993. I don't know. 1993 sounds right, though. That sounds way more right. And it's very, very long. I think it's way over 2 hours or something like that. I can't really find it anywhere. But it's basically a guy, Harrison Ford, who loses his wife, and they blame him that he killed her, but he really didn't. So they arrest him, and I think he's off to either prison for life or the death penalty, and he escapes on the bus. And he escapes, and now he has to prove his innocence, and Tommy Lee Jones, which is the detective, has to chase after him to try to catch him, but then he soon realizes that Harrison Ford he might be innocent along the way as he's trying to prove his own. And Harrison Ford is a doctor, and he's very smart in this movie, so he obviously knows how to escape and how to prove his innocence as he goes along with it. So it's a really good movie, good acting, just a very, very, very long movie. So if you do watch this, you might have to take a break in between. And of course Harrison Ford catches his actual killer at the end, and the ending is really suspenseful. I guess with the ending I would like a few more minutes, or just like an extra minute of what happened after, but I guess I was happy with what it was. It was already a long movie as it was, but I kind of would have liked another minute just explaining what would have happened to the person that killed his wife, just to satisfy those 2 or whatever hours of me watching that. But very it was suspenseful. Not very much action scenes, just very suspenseful and thrilling, I guess. It's a mystery with who killed his wife, and Tommy Lee Jones is really good in this movie, as well as Harrison Ford, so I do recommend it. And that is all the movies I have on my couch today, and I believe this is a 50 to an hour video, and I think I'm going to put it in 2 parts, so you can look for the first part and second part, or actually it would be part 3 and be part 4. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you guys like all my movie choices. Leave a comment below if you reach this point, because God bless. Well, it's going to be in part 4, so I guess part 4 is not going to be too long. I guess it is going to be pretty long, though. Anyway, comment below and also say, what movie that you liked the most out of my collection so far. And it can be just this part, or it can be all 4 parts. I don't care. Or just comment a movie that's your favorite. I'd be interested in hearing it. And I'll leave my feedback, or I probably won't know it, maybe. I might have to go watch it. So, I'm sorry for not uploading as much lately. But because of school and some health concerns regarding my eyes and my head, I haven't been uploading as much. So, I'm going to try to get these 2 out today, and possibly another one in a few more days. But I'm going to see how I feel first. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you have a great day. And if you're going to sleep, stay asleep. And what's the catchphrase? Oh yeah, tune in later.